Hey, everybody here? Everybody in the live stream? Gonna drink some spring water. Spring water because it's really good. And it even tastes better when you're around to drink it, right? For sure. All right, let me drink some of this. I am so thirsty. Oh, yeah. Mm. There we go. So, who's out here, huh? Anybody out here? If you can, uh, send me some kind of message. Hey, how you doing? Lady Aries, how you doing? Captain Jesus, how you doing? How you guys out here, huh? Yeah, it's been crazy weather. Been very crazy weather. I don't know what's going on lately, you know. Just got me some seafood, really good stuff, delicious crabs. I like my favorite crab is the Maryland blue claw, like the lump jumbo lump and the can and just fresh that they put in this plastic container. And that's how it is, man. It's really good stuff. I love it. And I'm here in Florida, so there's a lot of places that have seafood around here, and you can just search seafood, and you get a list of like 40 places. Oh, you just go there and you just shop away, and you end up leaving broke because seafood is expensive, especially crabs and lobster and all that stuff. And I'm born on the ocean, so I'm used to being near the shore. I'm raised on seafood and Italian food, So I really love crabs. I used to catch crabs when I was a kid with my grandfather, and we would get bushels of crabs, bring them home, and a couple times they got loose in the car, you know, around with some of these flip flops, toes hanging out. Crabs are just all over the floor, and you're driving. It could be a disaster waiting to happen. Let's see who's out here. Hey, Corin, how you doing? And Kelly, how are you doing? I'm doing good there, Kelly. Nice to see you here. Tina Green, waving a hand. How you doing? Yeah, it's been hot and humid. Today has been raining, but had some fun. Did some adventurous things. I went jet skiing and discovered some amazing places. So there'll be some content following in the next couple of days to show you guys what I've been doing out in the wilderness, with nature. And sometimes nature can be scary. And basically this title represents what I'm about to get into when it comes to nature and how scary it can be. Because, one minute you could be here and the next minute you can be gone. And it doesn't have to be because of the corona. It could be because of Mother Nature. Mother Nature can definitely surprise you unexpectedly. In a flash of a lightning bolt, that could be over. Or a wind or a tree falling on you or anything. It can happen so fast. But anyway, had some fun jet skiing, but it was kind of scary in the beginning because there was a storm and, lightning was all over the place. And you think, wow, if you go out there far in the ocean, lightning can just can fry you, right? But we played it safe, Play it safe, wait a little bit for the storm to pass. It's all good. Go out there and have some fun. Did some exploration out there, found some interesting things. I'm not even going to get into details because I'm just going to end up sharing with you guys over the course of the next few days. Then there's some things to probably post in about a week or so. I was just I got so much going on. I wish I had the time to edit everything, but I'm going to have so much content that I will eventually get around to posting it all. It's just going to take some time, and I'm just out here just enjoying my time with good friends, and it's not always going to be about the camera. I like to do a lot of things and not have the camera. It's just getting in the middle of things. It's like enjoy that time with friends. Enjoy it and just capture some of those moments, but just have to have time to enjoy it. But anyway, Wednesday, and things got a little crazy because, took the roof off of the Corvette, drove the C8. And I was driving my friend Omar. We went to go get some of the jumbo lump crabs. I wanted to get some. I was in the mood for it. It's I got to get some. I'm hungry. And so that's what I was doing. And gave him a little launch and everything. Well, not the official launch. I haven't done the official, but I give him a little, the little mini launch. Not the official one where if you guys are into the Corvettes, the new generation C8, the official one is stepping on the brake and accelerator at the same time, and then releasing the brake and being in the right mode for that. But anyway, we got to the seafood place. I got my stuff, got my jumbo lump, got out of there. Everything was fine. Looked straight ahead. Sky was getting pretty dark. All of a sudden, you saw a couple of raindrops. You know, I was like, okay. We took the top off. You know, I was like, let's take the top off while we're, of the Corvette, and just kind of go convertible style after we left the seafood market, and I did that. And when we saw a few big drops of rain, I was like, yeah, well, we might be able to drive, because I've driven in the rain before, and you drive fast enough, the rain just goes right over it. You don't even know it. You see it, but you don't feel it. But then it looked really, really like so vicious. Like the rain, it just looked like it was going to be some dense, heavy rain. And we decided just, okay, we're going to have to pull over somewhere, and we're going to have to put the roof on and just go on and drive. As we did that, there was this building that had another attachment to it. It was a structure. It was a big roof made out of metal. And the entire, probably half of that whole roof got torn up, and it flipped in the air, and it flipped back down, and it crashed, and it was like stuff flying everywhere. There's debris. I got sandblasted. Omar got sandblasted. I'm telling you what, I thought that we were gonna, the tornado was whatever it was that did that. I felt like, okay, we're that roof's gonna probably start blowing all over the place. God knows what else is gonna blow down, what's gonna hit the Corvette, what's gonna hit us, And yeah, it got a little kind of tense for that little moment there. So Omar and I did record some of that, and Omar's gonna share some of that probably on his channel. I'll share some of that from my perspective, because, I caught some of it, but, Omar went and checked on everyone to see if they were doing okay and all that, but it just got really crazy, and it's like, whoa. I was like, I never saw this coming. You never know when it's going to happen. It's like, it could be a clear day, and all of a sudden, surprise, out of nowhere. It's like Mother Nature can just, remind you of how fragile life is and how easily that it can be taken away. So it's one of those things. You just gotta be so careful and be prepared. And we got out of there, stepped on it, put a little acceleration down, move a little fast, get away from that. We didn't want to deal with any of that potential tornado activity, because you don't know. You really don't know. There's been tornadoes in Florida before, and I've seen some before, and there's been some where, my daughters live. It's scary. It's tore down some areas. It took down a Starbucks and everything. I was like, we don't need that again. So yeah, it could have been it, guys. It could have been my last freaking live stream, really. And there's a lot of other crazy things. I'm not even gonna get into details of. I feel, what? I feel like you go out and you have some fun, and you just hang out with good friends. And there's gonna be situations where you're gonna be, it's a trade. If you just stay in the house and do nothing, it's going to be boring, right? So there's risks when doing things. And later on down the road, you guys are going to know exactly what I'm talking about, because there's a lot of things that you'll just see as content as posted, because there was some other situations that come up where it could have been the last day for me. I swear, it's like, if it's not one thing, it's another. And, it's a risk. It's a risk you take when you just want to have a little fun and just maybe be a little adventurous. And I don't recommend people doing some of the things that I've done and I've done with our friends, but I don't recommend staying home being bored and doing nothing either, because then, it's the middle of a corona, the pandemic. Why do you want to be stuck home? Live life. If it's your time, right? That's how I look at it. So yeah, there's a lot going on. So we got so much to share between me and my friends. We're content creators, so we post content too, and then we enjoy ourselves and have fun and enjoy our lives and do fun things, and sometimes maybe crazy things. But like I said, there's people out there who may like to go bungee jumping, or people who like to chase storms. Some people like this, there's just so many different things you can do, and there's risks involved. So it's just all a matter of what you want to do with yourself. And with me, I'm alone. My daughter's moved out. What am I going to do? I'm going to hang around people who are great people who I trust. and I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to enjoy the companionship. I'm going to enjoy the friends, being around positive people. And yeah, something may happen, but it's like this. We got each other's backs. I got my friends back. They got my back. We got each other's back. So if anything goes down, no matter what we're deciding to get into, because, you know, like I said, sometimes we just want to have fun and there's risk, but you got to live life and enjoy it. You know what I mean? You got to live life and enjoy it. Just as long as you're not careless and you're not hurting anybody else, you're just being mindful of other people, you know, you'll be all right. Well, let me read some of the live chats here. And like I said, the comments work on here, so you guys can comment. Yeah, comments are working. You can comment anytime you want and have no issues. Hey, Tina Green, amen to that. Nothing like good friends. There you go, absolutely. Corin, how you doing? A cheesy Dorito bag. Hello from Oklahoma. I was in your live stream when you were telling everyone to follow this channel. Awesome, guys. Yeah, I was going to do like a pre-live stream to say, hey, come follow me, and I'm going to do a live stream on rolling down the fast lane, but I decided, why not just go right to rolling down the fast lane, and let's just start it right now and get to that live stream. Figured it would just take one step out of the way. Plus, since I've said it so many times, I'm sure you guys are, you found where my new happy place is, because comments working on a YouTube channel is a good thing. And that's going to be where my happy place is on YouTube. Wherever there's comments working, because when there's engagement, then there's the fulfillment of YouTube content creation, because content creation is fun. It's a great thing, capturing things that happen. Sometimes things can be very crazy and scary, but, you know, is everything in life gonna be just all about, you know, peaches and cream and strawberry and on top? There's gonna be things that are probably gonna scare the shit out of you. And you're gonna have close calls in life, but, you know, that's part of life. And if we're all just going to try to avoid all those things, we might as well just hide somewhere and not go outside. But let me read some of the comments here and see who's here. And like I said, engagement is the core of YouTube. And without engagement, I feel like it would be another Netflix. It wouldn't be YouTube. It wouldn't, because YouTube, what's in YouTube? You. And if it were not for you, there wouldn't be YouTube. I wouldn't have this channel. I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be enjoying my time with my friends, but I wouldn't be sharing some of that, okay? I wouldn't be sharing a part of that. So you being here, which creates YouTube, it creates the YouTube community, and having the engagement, it brings the community together. And this whole social distancing, yeah, I mean, it sucks. But when you're around some great people who you trust, who are also very mindful of others and practicing social distancing and being very careful, you can be in a little group of people who are also being as safe as they can, so that you can have some friends. But congregating around large groups and just going into different households and just going all over the place, that's when the risks happen. So like one household with a family, everybody's living together, you know, it's a different situation. If you have good friends and you know, you're sharing the same household, it's the same, you know, like I said, it's safer that way than if you're just constantly meeting new people, hanging out with new people, and then you're getting into these large gatherings and going places and just not being careful. So I'm so careful. My friends are very careful, which makes me feel comfortable, because I know when it comes down to it, you know, we all just want our family, we want our friends to be as safe as we can. And I know that's how my friends feel about it. It's like we're going to put our friends and our family before ourselves. You know, we want to look out for them. We want to make sure they're safe. And, you know, we'll do what we can. If we end up with the coronas, I mean, we're going to do what we can. We're going to try not to, you know, get that. And if it ever happened, we're definitely not going to put anybody in risk, and then it's going to suck, because then we're not going to be able to be around the people that we really want to be around, because we want to protect those people. So, yeah, that's the situation, guys. So, yeah, it came close to, could have happened. It could have been my last live stream. Like, really, I mean, freaking tornado. I mean, like, right in a Corvette. You know, it's not like we were anchored down in a vehicle that's meant to, you know, withstand tornado winds, although Corvette can go pretty fast and it's low profile, so it might not catch a lot of that wind and might not pull it up. And we probably could have gotten away, but you probably would have broke a couple of laws, speeding. But then again, would you really care? Like, if you're getting a speeding ticket, if you're trying to like outrun a tornado? I mean, if I had to go like 150 miles an hour or 180 miles an hour to outrun a tornado, and that tornado was coming my way, I'll deal with the ticket. I'll deal with it if that's what it comes to. But I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to go running because, it just passed by. And I don't know where it went, but it was like, it just happened so fast. And it's like, by the time it was over with, like, no sense of running because we didn't know which way to go because we were trying to figure out where it was coming from and where it was headed to. So sometimes it's just like a snap of a finger, guys. You just don't know. All right, Gina, glad to know you're safe. Yes, definitely, Gina. I'm telling you, just trying to get some crabs, I mean, I know it's dangerous to go out in the ocean, worrying about sharks and whatever else could be out there. Lightning, maybe, if you're doing it in the middle of a storm. But when you want to get yourself some jumbo lump crabs and you're not actually going to the ocean to get them and you're going to the seafood market, you wouldn't expect there to be this high level of risk, other than maybe the corona risk. But then you wear your mask and everybody's, wearing masks. There are a lot of stores and restaurants are like, hey, you can't come in unless you have a mask on. So that makes me feel better. So going in there, we're not worrying much about coronas. The places that don't wear masks, then you kind of get the fear. So yeah, you set the corona fear aside, then you got to deal with the Mother Nature, because this is also hurricane season here. So not only are you worried about potential tornadoes, which can spur out of hurricanes. I mean, a hurricane can create a tornado. Like tornadoes, I've seen tornadoes happen down here right after a hurricane, and there'll be like spurn everywhere. You have water spouts, tornadoes, you name it. So yeah, it's crazy with Mother Nature. So like I said, I got away. My friend and I got away from what could have potentially been a pretty bad situation. And yeah, it just got crazy. So there's things that you'll see how intense it got, okay? It got pretty intense, and it's on video, so you guys get to see that. And I'm gonna get around to the posting it. I'm sure you'll see a lot of it from different perspectives. It's just that with all the things going on, it's kind of hard to just like get it out there, because you get backlogged when you got content from this day and that day. I'm trying to like piece it all together. But yeah, you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it, because I got footage from the dash cam, from the PDR in the Corvette. So I got some going down the road, catching everything. Omar got some footage that he caught. So I also got some from the camera. So there's several angles and perspectives. So you got to check those things out. Look for them. Yeah, you don't want to miss it. But anyway, guys, you are amazing. And thank you for coming into the live stream. I found a good spot here, because I figured if I walk around, it's probably gonna cut out. And I got my Zephyr Hills water, and I actually got to go to the store and get some more because I'm running low. And looks like the weather kind of cleared up, so I don't have to worry about like dealing with, another episode. The sky's looking pretty good. It's not too bad. It looks pretty good right now. But although you cannot always use that as a determining factor, because anything can happen in a snap of a finger. So yeah, just because it looks like it could be a clear day doesn't mean when you are living in an area where it's tropical and you have warmer weather and you're near the ocean, you have so many different variables that can create so many kinds of weather patterns, storms, different scenarios where you are running, or you're just scared because you don't know what to do. A lot of people don't have basements in Florida. So if you get a tornado, what are you gonna do? You run to the bathroom, you run to the toilet, you run to where there's plumbing, You run somewhere safe, centrally located in your house, stay away from the windows. So when you don't have the basement, it's like you don't have that extra sense of security where, we can just go below ground. So it does make it a little more scarier. And then, of course, when it's hurricanes and flooding, I was like, the last place you want to be is in a basement, because then, you're like under the water level, then you can be drowning in your own house. So it's scary, guys. But anyway, I'm going to have to go because my battery is going to die in this phone, and I only have like 60% charge. And as soon as I do live streams, it really just eats up the battery so fast. And, just all the things going on. And sometimes we just lose our battery power, we catch things we want to record on the phone camera, and then you drive here and there and you're losing your signal, and the phone is just like using twice as much battery power to reach the cell towers. And that's what happens. All right, let me see who is in here. Who is in here? I don't have a basement myself. I'm telling you, it's scary when you don't have a basement, because it's like, what are you gonna do? Like freaking tornadoes coming, you get the warning. I mean, we've had several warnings before, and it scared me, because I was down here in Florida, and my daughter had messaged me, and this was a couple of years ago, and a tornado had went right past her house, and she was freaking out, and it was like a mile away from her house, and it went up the road and hit a Starbucks and hit one of the doctor's offices and it just tore it all up. And I'm like, wow. Unbelievable, guys. It is crazy. So that's why I said, you know, just because the sky might look clear, it doesn't always mean it's going to stay that way. You know what I mean? Shout out to Captain Jesus. How you doing? Changle, how you doing? Israel Garcia, how you doing? Gina, hey, you guys are amazing. Thank you for coming in this live stream here. It's great that you were able to make it. I'm happy that you got the notifications, and I'm glad that the comments are working. And I actually got an official notification from YouTube, and I got a message from YouTube, and they were congratulating me, saying, "Congratulations, your comments are now working." It was like, they were very nice about it. I was surprised that, you know, I figured maybe it wouldn't be such a friendly kind of correspondence, but he actually was being like very personal, like just like, you know, he wasn't a bot or AI. It was like he actually seemed like he cared. And so I got that message, and this made my day. And then when I said thank you, he actually messaged back and said, "You're welcome." So I had a "You're welcome" YouTube message as well. So that was pretty cool that YouTube support actually thanked me, or welcomed me after I thanked them too. So it was like, you know, they didn't have to do that, but they did. But that's gonna be it, guys. I gotta go inside. I had to get, wait a minute. You see what I'm doing? This is what I have a habit of doing. I'll leave my water bottle somewhere, and then I forget about it, and then I don't, then, you know, if you have a house full of like kids or friends or family, and, you know, they're all drinking the same kind of water, and then you leave it there, and you're like, okay, well, this is Corona season, so, you know, we try not to have a lot of people over, but still, you don't know what's happening. You don't know if it could have been one that was left out for a week ago, and, you know, it just happens. So I got to keep track of my water bottles. You know, your water bottle, it will go bad. The water will get funky, especially if you're drinking out of the bottle. So, you know, you let it sit out too long. But that's it. And then it starts to taste like plastic. You know, who wants like a plastic taste of the water? You know, especially if it's in like, if you have it in a car and it's in the heat too long, forget it. It gets that like plastic taste. Okay, guys, if you can, give this live stream a thumbs up. It helps YouTube's algorithm. So it helps kind of message everybody, because we got like 205,000 subscribers. It's so amazing. All of you guys are out here, and I'm hoping YouTube will make it happen so that you guys who are missing my notifications that are sent out from this channel, that you'll finally get them and be part of this whole YouTube like community once again in this particular channel, because I know you guys are probably out there watching other content creators, and then like you're not getting notifications from me. And then you might be that one person who just got one today, and it's like you haven't gotten one in years. And now you know what's going on. See, the more that we can engage on YouTube, the more we can comment, the more we can give the thumbs up by smashing that like button under the video, the more YouTube is going to send out notifications. So keep that in mind, guys. That's how YouTube is. But anyway, be safe, be careful, and yeah, I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna go and enjoy my day, the rest of the day, while I can. And that's gonna be it. I'm gonna go now, so take care, be safe, and I'm going to say ciao, ciao, ciao.